Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? Happy Monday. Happy December 1st. We are officially in the Christmas season. And can I just tell you that in about a half an hour this evening, we got more snow than we got with the big storm that was supposed to come. Remember the big storm that was supposed to come the other night? We got more snow. It is so pretty out here. We got more snow in a half an hour than we did the other night. Let me show you guys what I'm looking at. Look at this winter wonderland out here. Isn't it so pretty? So yeah, we got more snow earlier this evening than we did the other night for the big storm. Okay, let me adjust you guys. Actually, I have to show you guys this. So this ice, I don't know if you can see it, but it's like all iced right there. So I'm afraid that, and like the one leg is sitting on it, I'm afraid it's gonna kind of like wobble over. Anyway, it's not super, super cold. It feels actually warm. Oh, it's still snowing. My neighbors are turning into their driveway so I can see it's still snowing outside. Maybe we'll take a walk in the, should we take a walk in the snow in a little bit? Maybe we'll take a walk in the snow in a little bit. Okay, but first I need to have some coffee because I haven't even had a cup of coffee yet this evening. So, I haven't had a cup of coffee at all today. And this is the very Christmassy, well, cup. This is my Sobriety cup. The very Christmassy Christmas cup, but also the very Christmassy coffee, the candy corn. I'm trying to get rid of the candy corn. And then once I get rid of the candy corn, I'm going to try to get rid of the caramel apple coffee because I have more of that. I have like this, well, the candy corn, every one of the K-Pods of the candy corn that I have is in the drawer. So I have like, I think like 9 or 10 of those left. But I'm done with that box. And then, but the boxes were like big. I think they were like 40 count. I don't know why I thought I was gonna drink so much Halloween candy corn coffee and Halloween caramel apple coffee. But it's okay. I like it. I really like that brand. The Trick or Treat one was the best. That was like marshmallow pumpkin or something. I loved that. And it said Trick or Treat on it. It was, when I would make my coffee at night, it was so cute. But anyway, so let me have some of my coffee before we go on our winter walk, and let me light these candles. Like I said, I don't think it's as cold, or maybe I didn't say this, I don't know. It doesn't, this candle's almost done. It doesn't feel as cold tonight as it did the previous evenings. Maybe that's because I don't think it's very windy outside. So when it started snowing, I had actually already made a video for my Peter Does Stuff video. I got all my Shy Wolf candles, so I opened all those today. And, come on. But I walked down, right, I did a BookTube video talking about the great Christmas read-along of 2025 starts today, which I'm so excited about. Is this candle gonna make it? Do you ever feel like that when you light a candle? You're like, is it gonna make it? I am so excited to spend the evening tonight just reading all these Advent calendar books and getting started on this. Because I don't really know what I think about any of these books, so I kind of start reading them and figure them out. Nikki's read like half of them already today. I said, don't tell me anything until I get done with them. So yeah, so I went downstairs. So Alex, like, I think he texted me and he said, I'm getting ready to leave, but it's starting to snow, so he's going to take back roads because the interstate was like packed. And so he was ready to leave to come home. He said, it's probably going to take me a little bit of, he's like, you still got some time to film some videos because it's going to take me a little while. And I was like, okay. And so I came, maybe it was before that I came downstairs. It was before I made my BookTube video. Because I came downstairs and Walter and Otis were sitting in the big bed in the living room and it was like snowing. It was like the perfect snow. It looked so pretty outside. So anyway, yeah, I've got the snow, still snowing. It was like my neighbor was shoveling or something. I don't know. Anyway, all I know is I don't know much. I don't know much. I really don't know much. It is currently 6:23 p.m. And let's see what the temperature is. It'll probably say it's like 20 or something. I'll be like, oh, it's colder than it was last night. Oh, it's 28. It feels like 22 outside. And it shows a snowman and it says that there's snow showers going on right now. So I did bring out my gloves. Not my mittens tonight. I brought out my gloves, so I should probably put these on. Oh, I bet he's cleaning off her car is what he's doing. Oh, the ice on the table is melting. I don't know if it's supposed to stick or not. I know, like, you know, you get on Facebook and I love these YouTube channels that are like the weather YouTube channels. I like watch a lot of them. But like, even if we're supposed to get a half an inch, they say it's like the worst storm ever is coming. Which I get real excited about then, because I'm like, oh my God, we're gonna have a snowstorm and Alex will have to stay home from work and, you know, all this kind of stuff. I get real excited about it. And then it snows like a half an inch. And I'm like, well, that's not any fun. Alex brought this wreath home from us. You know what? I'm looking up here at this nail. Alex brought this wreath home from work tonight. And, hold on a second. It's really like some gift he got at work. And it's like this wreath, but it has like lights on it that light up. And so he was like putting it inside on the mirror. He was like, I knew you'd like this. I was like, oh, I'm so excited. It was like this really pretty wreath, like natural wreath. But then it has lights on the outside of it. And let me put these on. And so I'm kind of wondering if I can, you know what, if I take a walk here in a little bit, I'll be able to determine if I can still walk in the snow tonight or not. I mean, there's not that much snow I can walk in it. Unless it's like, it was coming down hard earlier. But now it's kind of like very light snow, which might be kind of fun to walk in. My shoes that I walk in, I want to get another pair of them. So the Nike Free, F-R-E-E, the exact ones, so Alex got them for me like, I mean, literally like 7, 8, 9, I don't know. I think it was before I was on YouTube that he got me, because I was like, I'm going to start running again and all this kind of stuff. Never use them for running, but I do walk in them every single day. They're like the neon green ones, green and gray, and I love them so much. But I got online, they still make the Nike Free, but they look a little bit different than the ones that I have. I want to get a black pair. I like the black pair. And they were actually on sale last week or the week before that, and then I never ended up, they were like half price. I never ended up getting them. Now they probably won't have them anymore or something like that. I looked, they had them in my size, so I was going to get them that day, and then I didn't. But my shoes, the ones that I walk in every night, the ones that Alex got me, they have pretty good traction on it. Oh my God, the mail guy is just coming around now. I was like, what is this weird looking truck coming down the street? And it's the mail guy. I wonder if it's a different mail person today, because our mail guy has like a mail, like SUV. Or maybe it's not a mail guy. Maybe it's like a Jeep dropping somebody off. But I swear I thought it was a mail person. Pool crew lady number, I cannot see down there, it's so dark. Pool crew lady number 2 is talking to him. I think it is the mail guy. So anyway, yeah, tonight I cannot wait. I'm gonna spend, well, once I get, I'm gonna try to walk. I walked all last year in the snow and stuff like that, in the cold. I actually listened to the last Jacqueline Frost, which is my series for the Cozy Mystery Book Club this year, the Jacqueline Frost books. I listened to it, so there's 6, the 6th one just came out. So the 5th one last year, which I feel like was about, maybe that was the year before. I feel like it was about a ballet. Does anybody remember? I feel it was about the Nutcracker. Why does this kind of like not really look like a, oh, it is the mail truck. I just saw the emblem on the side as it went by. But he usually drives an not an SUV, he drives like a van or something. A van, honey, the land. I say that like 20 times a day. But I remember walking in the snow, like not when it was like coming down hard, but it had snowed. I remember walking and listening to, because I can remember the one like little cul-de-sac where I was walking up. Oh, this is a different mail guy today. He's like stopped right in the middle of the street right here. I wonder if he's like just doing packages or something. Did we get our mail earlier? I'm like, did I pick up the mail earlier? My neighbor earlier was loading stuff up in his car, and I said, what's he doing now? He's turning around in Pool Crew Lady number 1's driveway. I said, there's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of traffic on the street today. I mean, this was before it snowed. And it's still rather early. I mean, it feels so late to me because it's so dark. I know, I feel like I'm like the old person that says that like my mom used to, but it does feel really late. But I was saying to my neighbor, I had taken the dogs outside, and there was like all kinds of cars coming up and down the street. There was a lot of people walking earlier. This one woman I talked to, because she stopped to like see the dogs. I'd never met her before. She was really friendly, but she had like the same coat that I got Caroline last year from, well, I got Caroline this coat, and then she like, Anyway, she got the coat that she wanted, but it was like from North Face. She had the exact same one that Caroline has on. And I said to her, it was, at that point, it was a little windy. It's not windy at all now. And I was like, it's a little cold to like be walking. She's like, yeah, I get my walks in every day. And I said, well, I walk every night. I said, I haven't seen you. She's like, well, I walk earlier usually of the day. She said, this is late for me. And at that point, it was like 3 o'clock. But she was like petting Walter and Otis and stuff like that. But I was talking to my neighbor, and I was like, there's a lot of traffic. There's a lot of, not just traffic, there was like a lot of people walking and stuff. Which is interesting. Oh, this candle. Oh, she's trying so hard. Can you see her? She's trying so hard. Oh, there you go, honey. There you go. It just needed my love. The other candle's doing fine. I'm like watching this mail truck. He's like backing up into people's driveways and pulling out, and there he leaves it. He's leaving the neighborhood. I think he's confused or something. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I cannot wait tonight, like when I get back from my walk and stuff, take a shower, put my comfy clothes on. I am going to just read the Advent calendar books all night tonight. I'm so excited. I cannot wait. I'm going to put them all. I'm going to get in the bed with my little reading pillow. And then, well, Alex and I might watch a movie tonight, a Christmas movie. We watched one last night and it was bad. And then I had him watch the trailer for the one that I want. We watched like 8 trailers of movies last night. And then we're going to watch Frankenstein, but I think we're going to wait until this weekend to watch it. It's 2 hours and 32 minutes. I don't even like those kind of old-timey movies. Those old-timey movies. I mean, I read it in high school, the Mary Shelley book. Is he out there like... Oh, I bet he's doing his walkway or something. Maybe their grandkids are coming tomorrow. My neighbor, he is like always doing projects. Like he cannot sit still. He is like always doing projects and stuff. If I went over there and I was like, you're shoveling already, the snow hasn't fallen. He's like, oh, I'll get it in a couple hours when it snows again. It does feel like the dead of winter though to hear like a shovel in the background, doesn't it? What's the clomp at the end of the shovel though that I hear him doing? Look at him. Look at me. Look, I wore this green hoodie just for you guys for a little pop of color today. Just for you. I like went upstairs and I was like, which hoodie could I wear that have a little pop of color in it for you? Oh, but that Jacqueline Frost book, the last one, I can remember the cul-de-sac. That like, it's this real short cul-de-sac that I walk up. I actually do it like 3 times in my walk, if I walk that way. It's real short. There's a house in the corner, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 houses in this little cul-de-sac, but it's like up this like steep hill, and so I feel like it's good for like the back of my thighs. And so I walk that street and I do it, and then I go down another, and then when I come back I walk up it again, and I go down the other way, and then when I come back I walk up it again, and then I head out straight. But I remember listening to the Jacqueline Frost book while I was doing that. You know what I'm kind of thinking of? Like, I've got to get these Alex Cross, James Patterson books done. But at this point, I'm kind of thinking, I might just wait until, like... Because I'll have all the Advent calendar books done by Christmas. And I want to listen to Christmas... This is what I don't want to happen is... Me keep on saying, like, I'm going to finish the Alex Cross books. And then when I finish the Alex Cross books... Because I'm listening to them all on Audible. And then when I finish the Alex Cross books, then I'm going to listen to, like, Christmas thrillers. I don't want to wait and then it be like the 20th of December and I'm like, damn it, I wasted this month listening to these Alex Cross books. So I might wait because until the last week between Christmas and January 1st, isn't there like a week? That was a stupid question. Yes, there's a week between there. What day does Christmas fall on this year? Christmas falls on a Thursday. Christmas Eve is on a Wednesday. So I might like try to listen to 3. I have 7 total left. So I might try to listen to like 3 of them. They're real short listens. Like I can get one done in a day and a half. But I just, to be honest with you, I don't want to listen to 7 James Patterson books in a row. The Alex Cross books have gotten so repetitive. I just don't want to listen to 7 of them in a row. That's just the truth. And so I think what I might do is like listen to 3 or I'm almost done with the first one, the first October book. I might finish like the first 3 or 4 and save the last 3 for the last week of December, and then listen to Christmas thrillers in between there, because that's kind of what I want to do. We'll see. Oh, this month. Oh, I got to do this video maybe this week or the beginning of next week. I have to announce the next read-along that Mel and I are doing. So, I think I've talked about it over here. So I did the Alex Cross read-along on my own. And then Mel and I are like still putting together this like thriller book club. But we've kind of backburnered it because she's had a lot of stuff going on with work, and like she moved and a lot of changes, and she got a new dog and stuff like that. And then I got the puppies, and it's just been a lot this year. So we're like kind of backburning the thriller book club. But I knew that for 2026, I wanted to pick another author to like do a read along with, like another thriller mystery author, where we could read the whole series in a year. I've told you guys this before. So anyway, so I was like, Mel, do you want to do this with me until we put the thriller book? We are doing the thriller book club, but it's just, it might be next month, it might be next spring, it might be a year from now, we don't know. We want to do it right when we do it. So, and it will be all new thrillers. We're going to pick like all like brand new thrillers. Let me pull you guys back in a little bit. It just slid. There's a little bit of ice right over here too in the front. So anyway, I can't see his driveway from here, but I'm dying to see because I bet it's like completely, he's going to do the walkway and the driveway and everything. I bet it's all completely cleared off. He is so nice. Sometimes he'll do like our driveway. He'll do like all the driveways around here. Like he gets up like super early and takes the dog out for walks and stuff like that. So sometimes he gets up and he like does everybody's driveway. I'm like, you did not have to do that. He's like, no, I enjoy doing it. I'm like, that doesn't sound like shoveling snow. That almost kind of sounds like something. Oh. Are we supposed to get ice tonight? It sounds like he's putting down salt. Watch it not even be him. Watch it be like the management company walking through the neighborhood. Because they sometimes put down salt. When I sit over in this chair, like in that chair, I know where like sounds come on the street, but over here I'm kind of disoriented. Occasional snow likely to continue for the next several hours. 1 to 3 inches. It's not like it's going to be that bad. Okay. But here it says snow till 4 a.m. What's the weather supposed to be like tomorrow? Tuesday. Oh, 26 tomorrow. Damn, it's going to be cold. Cloudy skies. Alex is going out to dinner with 2 of his girlfriends tomorrow night. Depending on what I do tomorrow, like how much I decide to film, I may take an Uber over and go to a meeting or hang out with Tanya. It also kind of depends on Tanya's schedule, like how busy she is tomorrow. So we're kind of undecided about that tomorrow. We'll see. Oh, it is still snowing outside. What was I going to say? So yeah, so when I get off here tonight, I'm going to go take... I'm looking at the street right now. It doesn't look that bad. I mean, it's literally like an inch of snow, maybe not even that much. I'm going to go for a walk. I'll bundle up and wear my long underwear and stuff. I'm kind of excited about walking in the snow. I think it'll be kind of fun. I mean, if it's like snowing and it's wet and it's sloshy and stuff like that, like I don't want to do that. I've got to figure out the basement situation. I say it every night in the vlog, and then I go down there like when I'm doing laundry and stuff, and I don't really do it. You know what's interesting is ever since I like went through all my clothes and like reorganized my whole closet, went through all the bins in the basement, like everything, I'm doing like now, like clothing wise, I'm doing like 1, maybe 2 loads of laundry, like clothing laundry a week since I did that. Because I'm not wearing like, before I was wearing like the same things over and over and over again. But now in my closet, well, I don't have many jeans, but it's not like I leave the house often. I do need to get another like 2 pairs of jeans. But I don't leave the house very often. I wanted to get some of those Buffalo jeans. The problem is I don't know what size like waist I am with them anymore because they're stretchy jeans. But like I have probably, well, like 2 of my favorite pairs of sweat shorts. I don't even know what they are. I got them on Amazon, some brand. I wish I could see him. I have like, I wonder if he's doing his car windows. That's a trash can. That's a dog far away. I kind of love to just sit out. I mean, not this, but like just sit out here like in my morning when I do my meditations and prayers and stuff. What is he doing? They've got like one of those garages. I say one of those garages, like everybody else is, like Caroline has one of these garages, everybody does, where it's like she sits out there and does like projects, and he does projects from his. Our garage is like utilitarian. I mean, it's like we have like boxes of stuff in there. We don't sit in the garage and like do projects. Well, their driveway, their garage is big though, and they usually park one car in the garage and one. Unless it's super bad weather. Oh, maybe that's what he's doing. Because they usually park one car in the garage and one car in the driveway. Maybe that's what he's doing. But it sounds like he's like de-icing something. I gotta go look. This is gonna drive me crazy. Shh, don't tell nobody. Oh, it's not him at all. I could not figure out where that sound was coming from. It's you.
It's me.
What are you doing over there? Are you gardening?
No, I'll put some driveway salt on here.
Look at you. Did you shovel that?
Yeah.
Well, I would have done that for you.
Oh, you were too busy gossiping.
No, I wasn't. You did a nice job.
Well, there's not that much there, but I want to get ahead.
Your hat looks cute on you. All right, well, if you guys need anything, let me know.
Okay.
That's why I couldn't figure out what it was. It was her. It was the gardener. That is hilarious. Well, her driveway is real short. They're real sweet. They're a little bit older, so like I'm always like, if you ever need anything, and they'll like text me and call me and be like, hey, can you come help with? They always like, oh, there's Walter. They have these huge bags of salt that they have for. Oh my God! I just said this candle was going, and look, this candle. I think this candle it died. I think it's like so it died. The other candle, look, she's still going. But like for their salt water heater and stuff like that, or not saltwater heater. Their what's that called? Water softener. They like have me like, they're like, can you come over here and carry these big bags of salt down the basement? I'm like, yeah, sure. They're so sweet. I love them. I love this neighborhood so much. And just like everybody is just, I don't know, everybody's just so sweet and so kind in this neighborhood. I love this neighborhood. I think y'all know that by now. Although there's not going to be any HOA trauma for a while because of the cold weather. Half this neighborhood goes away during the winter. I'm kind of like, although we were talking, who's I talking about this with today? Oh, pool crew lady number 2. She drove by. She was like, the boys are getting so big. I go, everybody says that. I don't think they really are. Talking about Otis and Walter. And then she was like, did you see so-and-so moved over here? And I said, yeah, I saw that. Like, somebody told me that they did or whatever. And she's like, I feel like so many people have moved in and out of this neighborhood. So maybe because it doesn't feel like usually in the wintertime, she's closing her garage door. Usually in the wintertime, you can kind of tell. Like, it feels kind of empty in here. It feels kind of dead. Like, there's not a lot of people around. It doesn't feel like, and it's usually by like November. It doesn't feel like that this year. It feels like there's like people out. So anyway, there's people walking. There's like people did their lights and stuff like that. So I don't know. Maybe there's not as many people that go to Florida houses and stuff like that. A lot of people in here go to Arizona too, but a lot of people in this neighborhood, like, so they might live like somewhere else. Like my neighbors are from St. Louis. And their family's from St. Louis. So they go back and forth to St. Louis a lot. And they keep a place there too. And so, like, because they have family there, and then their daughter lives here with their grandkids. And so, they have a son that lives closer to Chicago. But they, a lot of people, like, move here because, like, it's close to their grandkids or their kids. But they're not, like, maybe, like, their kids grew up in, like, Chicago area or whatever. So, like the old neighbors that lived over there, they lived in southern Indiana. So they had a place in southern Indiana and they had the place there. I wouldn't say a lot. I said a lot. I wouldn't say a lot. I'd say maybe 10 people in here do that, where they like, it is snowing again, where they, it's real light snow though, it's pretty, where they like keep a place in another town and then they keep a condo here. Usually it's like the people that have like smaller condos and stuff like that, like our condo is small. We don't have another place somewhere else. I wish we did though. I wish we did. I wish we had a place in Mexico right now that I could go to and lay on the beach tomorrow. That's what I wish. But anyway. So, yeah, I'm real excited about the advent calendar thing. So last night, what was last night? Sunday. I remember what I did. I walked. And then Alex was watching something when I came back. I was asking him about that All's Fair. A couple people have reached out to me. Maybe it's because they heard me talking about it in my vlog. I don't know. But I was asking Alex, like, should I watch it to review for my channel? Like, before, oh, maybe, had he finished it? I can't remember. Anyway, I said something like, I heard it's bad. And I can't remember how he said it now. I was just talking about this yesterday, wasn't I? But anyway, we were talking about it again. And he was like, he told me something about it that he thought I would like it, but then he started something else. I can't remember what else he started. He started something else last night. But then I was like getting the vlog up and stuff, and I was doing some oh, I know what I was doing. So I'd ask him to help me like put this spreadsheet together, and he kept on asking me, he's like, do you want me to help you put this spreadsheet together? It was so funny because I posted what I put together for the advent calendar books last night on Instagram, and somebody reached out to me and they were like, is this Nikki's spreadsheet? And I was like, LOL, no, I did this. And I think they thought like they hurt my feelings, which they didn't. But I mean, it was surprising that I put it together. But then I was like, no, and then they were like, oh, I didn't mean it like that. You just mentioned it. If you're watching this vlog right now, I took no offense to that whatsoever. I thought it was funny because I'm not the one to do that. You know, I didn't even honestly, well, okay, so Nikki's spreadsheet is on her iPad. So, I mean, I guess we could like, she could have sent it to me, whatever, but she's got it on her iPad, like this like check. She's got a spreadsheet kind of thing. So anyway, I wanted paper, okay, so I could like take it around with me and have it like folded into my books and whatever. Nikki's also doing most of them on the Kindle, and I mean, she ordered a couple of them paperback, but she's doing most of them on the Kindle. By the way, Emily, thank you, Emily, for recommending to us. We just finished maybe the worst advent calendar book ever. I bought a haunted Thanksgiving table. And Emily reached out to me and said, I know Emily watches the vlogs. Hey, Emily, how are you? She DMs me a lot and stuff like that. But anyway, Emily said, did you see this one? Sam Whitaker, who wrote that book, he wrote all these books called like, I bought this, it's always haunted something. He put out an advent calendar book called, I bought a haunted Christmas tree farm. So I called Nikki and I was like, should we read it? And she's like, what's one more book? And then she was like, wait, is this by the guy that we just read that haunted Thanksgiving table? I was like, yeah. And she goes, I guess, let's give it a try. So last night, I had my list that I had like typed up on the computer. And I mean, it was official, baby. It was official. I mean, I had like the title, and then in parentheses, I had whether it was in the book or it was on a Kindle. And then I had because a lot of the book titles are very similar, and then I had the author's name next to it, and then I had like so it was funny because, so I'm reading them off to Nikki, like we're reading them off to each other on the phone. This is what I was doing. Alex was upstairs laughing his ass off at us, and he started laughing. He goes, what did he say? He said something about it sounded like a business meeting or whatever. So I'm like, okay, what's the next one you have? And she was like, the 12 Deaths of Christmas. And I was like, okay, I have that one, check mark. So I'm checking it off, right? And I'm going through my list and she's comparing it to her list. And so we get to the end and she goes, I have 14. And I go, well, I only have, this is with the haunted Christmas table book. I said, I have 13. She goes, well, which one are you missing? I go, I don't know, let's go through them again. So we go through them all again, right? Nikki's such an idiot. We go through them all again, right? We get to it at the end. So I'm like reading them off fast this time. I'm like, you have this one, this one, this one, right? And I'm like, we get to the end and she goes, oh, I forgot my spreadsheet starts on 2. I go, what? She goes, my spreadsheet starts on 2. She just started laughing. So like, she actually had 13, but it started on 2, so it showed 4, like it was 14. Don't ask Nikki and I to run your business, okay? You do not want Nikki and I to be running any business of yours, okay? It will be run into the ground with quickness. But we are so excited about this. So she's like, I think I'm gonna, like, at midnight start reading these books. She didn't even make it past midnight. She was, like, in bed. So Alex and I wanted to take a nap with the dogs, and The camera stopped. I wanted to take a nap and be all cozy and stuff like that with the dogs, but I also wanted to watch some romantical Christmas movie with Alex, and we've been talking about it all weekend. So he was like, which one do you want to watch? And I was like, do you still, he was like, yeah, he goes, it'll be fun, let's watch one. I said, well, I've got popcorn there you can make. So he made popcorn and stuff like that. I made this like gingerbread, my lattes that I make. Not the one-step lattes that you can make in the Keurig. So can you believe all that steam? Look at that. Why do I get so excited about the steam from the coffee? So the #1 movie right now on Netflix is Jingle Bell Heist. So we watched it. The ending I really liked, but it was boring. It was like an hour and 35, 38 minutes. It was so slow. It was pretty. It takes place in London in this department store, and outside in London at Christmas time is pretty and stuff like that. It was a rom-com, kind of. Nothing romantical really happens till the very end of it. But then I showed Alex, so when he finished it, he like goes dumb and shuts it off. We like watch the credits forever because you think something's going to happen in the credits, but nothing happens. Anyway, so I did my review of that today if you want to see my review and reaction. I mean, it's cute. I liked the twist of it at the end. I will say that. The twist was cute at the end. Wasn't cute, it was smart. The twist was smart at the end of it. So we watched that, and then he was like, do you want to watch another one? I was like, I need to take a nap. I'm tired. Like, I've got shows to watch tonight. I've got Sister Wives I got to take notes on. And I was going to start reading at midnight the Advent Calendar books. So the way that I do the Advent Calendar books are like day one. So like today's the 1st. So tonight, even at 2 o'clock in the morning if I'm reading, I will read today's, the 1st. And then tomorrow I'll read the 2nd, the next day the 3rd, things like that. Especially if they're written like per the year. So then today will be like a Monday in the book. That's how I usually read them. And then that way also like on Christmas, when I come back from doing whatever we do on Christmas Day, I'll finish all the Advent Calendar books on Christmas Day. The fact that there's 13 Advent Calendar books, I have a feel, and some of them are long chapters. Some of the books are long, like some of the romances are long chapters. I feel like I'm gonna have to like maybe read ahead on some of the books. We're just gonna see. Today I'm just gonna I'm hoping I can get through all of them today. We're just gonna see what I can do. Usually, like with the Thanksgiving book, it was like 5 minutes a chapter. So if that's the case, and it's not going to take me any more than an hour and a half to read most nights. But if some of the chapters are 20 and 30 pages, some of the Advent Calendar books are that long, then I don't know what I'm going to do. But we'll figure it out. And on top of that, I got other Christmas books I got to read. I want to start that Kristen Mulligan book tonight. Because, who was messaging me? Oh, Mare. Hey, Mare. Mare was messaging me about that. She's like halfway through it already, and she really likes it. I really liked last year's, too. Mare, if you didn't read the last one, or anybody didn't read the last year, her novella, it's really good. So she put out a new one this year. I wish she put out like a full-length book. Her writing is so good. She actually writes like romances. But these are not romances. These are thrillers. She's really good at them. Kristen Mulligan. It's my thriller pick for our read-along. If you want to go over to my BookTube channel, it's like the original announcement of the read. Underneath those videos, today's video I didn't put the books, but underneath all the other ones, I listed the books. The only one I didn't list, because I didn't want to do a whole video about it, was the one that Emily sent me, which was, I bought a haunted Thanksgiving tree farm. So, anyway, I got to download those books. So yeah, so last night I put together, so I wrote them all down, typed them all up, and then I like copied and pasted it, so there's 2. And then today on my video, I cut them in half. So I got a paper a day. So I'm gonna like date them. So in each day when I read a chapter, I can just highlight through it. Then like as I'm reading, I know like if I read throughout the day, because like as I'm uploading videos, I can sit there and I'm so excited about this. I know this is so cheesy. I have to be honest with you, like I was looking through the Christmas decorations and stuff like that. And yeah, I'm excited about it. Alex brought us a wreath. I'll probably get some stuff at Costco this week with Caroline. Caroline texted me today. She was like, just be done by 3. I'm like, we're always done by 3. Anyway, she's so organized, that one. She's like, I gotta be done by 3. So anyway, she was like, do you want me to pick you up at 12:30 or 1? I was like, whatever works best for you. So she's like, okay, 12:30. I was like, okay. So Wednesday I'll be filming videos because I'll be back early. I don't really have a lot of errands to run. But I'll probably get something at Costco. If I don't do it then, I'll do it with Alex this weekend so we can put it in the back of the Jeep and it'll be easier than getting her car all messy and stuff like that. She's like, I don't care, but I will just see. Because they have those big pots that I usually get, one for either side. But this year I think I'm just going to get one because that way the dogs like, when I had the mums out here, they didn't really know what to do with it when they would like come out here and I had them on my leash, and then like Otis would go that way and Walter would go the other way, and then they're like pulling me different directions around the mums. So I might just get one planter and put it here. I don't know, we'll just kind of play it by ear. But I've got all these decorations down the basement. I don't know where to put the Christmas tree up in the house. I mean, Christmas tree is real small, but I'm like, I need a table. I could put this table together. I know somebody's gonna say it. Well, if you put the table together outside for the patio, that's gonna probably wait till next spring or summer. I mean, I got the fireplace fixed and I haven't had a fire in it yet. But I need a table for inside. You know what, I think I have one in the basement. A little table. It doesn't matter, I'll figure it out. So anyway, it is still snowing. It's starting to get a little cold. Not cold to walk, but it's cold. See, but this would be so much fun to like, maybe tonight I'll just start a Christmas thriller. Because this would be fun to walk in with a Christmas thriller. We'll see. We'll figure it out. But anyway, so last night we watched that, and then I was having, like, we watched like a bunch of trailers. Alex was just watching trailers in a row that were like the top 10 movies. So I want to watch the one that's like Christmas champagne, something. It's about this woman and she works for like a champagne company and then she goes to France. Alex was real into this one. This is totally up his alley. And then she falls in love with like the son that owns like this champagne vineyard or something like that. Then we watched the trailer for I had seen this when this came out in the movie theater. I wanted to see this. Austin Butler, who played Elvis. It's called Caught Stealing. We might watch that. If we watch a movie tonight, we might watch that one. I'm like, I got to take a break from the Christmas movie for a day. And then Alex really wants to watch Frankenstein. It's just so long. Is it really worth it? Like, I feel like I should watch it to review it for my movie channel, but I'm not going to just watch movies that I have no interest in just to do a review for it. I mean, I do want to watch it, but like, kind of. I mean, like I said, I don't like them old-timey movies. I just don't. Anyway. So then I took a nap. I took a long nap last night. Oh my God, it was so good. Well, we got, you know, like I got my walk done and then I took a shower and then like we watched that movie and stuff like that. So I was like, I took an early nap last night. I took a long nap. It was so fantastic. Got up, took the dogs outside. They were running around like crazy animals inside the house. Alex went to bed early last night, real early. And he's like, I've got a long work week ahead, so I'm going to go to bed early. So he went to bed a little bit after I laid down and took my nap. And then I got up. I watched Sister Wives. Took my notes on Sister Wives. Did you hear that train in the distance? What did I do after that? Oh, I talked to Tanya. I was like whispering inside because I didn't want to wake Alex up. It was too cold out here. So I was like talking to Tanya inside. Oh, then I watched The Leftovers. So I've got one episode left. I watched like 3.5 episodes last night. I don't really know how to explain it about this show. Like if somebody said to me, like, should I watch The Leftovers? Would I like it? I mean, I'm not done with it. I'm like only on the first season. It's so weird and I'm so confused. But like at the same time, like the character development, I am like so in love with this show. Like I don't even know how to explain it. Like I didn't like it at first and then I was like, should I just stop watching it? And now I'm like obsessed with it. But like nothing really happens on the show. I don't know, I just love the characters. Oh my God, do you know who I figured out last night? The gal that plays, so there's this woman named Nora on the show. And so like everybody on the show has like lost somebody. Well, most people have. So like 3 years before the show starts, it's like all these people just like vanish from the earth. It's something like 136 million people vanish from the earth. So the show is about like, it's not about like, I think it's going to become about trying to figure out where they went, but it's not really about that. It's about like who's left over in the aftermath, the leftovers. And like what are their thoughts about religious belief and what happens to us when we die and how do you go on and do you have a moral compass? It's about that, which is really genius because I was thinking it was a show about like people coming back to life or where did they go to begin with and all this kind of stuff. And, but the woman that plays this Nora woman, she lost her husband and her kids. What you find out in the show, very quickly, this isn't ruining it, is that a lot of the people that vanished were people that, like, had done a lot of, like, misdeeds anyway. So, like, the question is, if they got taken and I didn't, then why they get and there's, like, a minister who he's, like, trying to prove to everybody that the people that got, it wasn't a religious thing, because the people that got taken, they were sinners too, and kind of things like that. But the woman that plays the Nora, I could not place her. I was like, oh my God, like, she looks so familiar to me. Well, it was like 10 years ago. I think that's part of it. It's the gal that was in the most recent season of White Lotus, and she's the one that says, I can't think of her name right now. I just looked it up last night. She's the one that I loved her saying from the White Lotus when she's sitting with her two friends. The one girl that was from that show Popular, and she says, I'm just glad that I still have a seat at the table. Like, as far as, like, being able to, like, be with her friends and stuff like that. I love that scene so much, but it's her. And then the woman that plays, so the sheriff is played by Justin Theroux. And then it's, like, his wife, ex-wife, like, she's, like, in this cult, commune kind of thing. She's fantastic, too. The girl that plays the daughter is fantastic. I mean, so many people. Oh, it wasn't the guy, it wasn't the guy that was in... It wasn't, I thought it was Sam Elliott and another guy that was in A Star Is Born. I looked it up last night, the guy that plays Justin Theroux's dad in the show. I love Sam Elliott, by the way. Love Sam Elliott. It was... Well, I can't think of his name, but he was in something that, like, I loved this show back in the day, or this movie. But anyway... So I watched that last night. I'm totally into it. Tonight I'm going to finish the season. I really want to start the Mistletoe Mysteries. There's like 2 seasons out on Prime. I really want to, it might be on something else, but I saw it on Prime. I really want to start that. It's like a cozy mystery thriller kind of thing. I'm sure some of you out there have watched it, but I really want to watch that. If you're looking for a good Christmas series, TV series to watch, I'll tell you one that's good is... I'll have to look it up. It's a series that took place, I watched it like 2 years ago. I'm thinking about watching it again this year. It took place at a Norwegian, I think it was in Oslo, airport. Hold on a second. Oslo airport Christmas movie. It's not a Christmas movie. A Storm for Christmas. This is so good, you guys. I mean, I loved it. Each episode is, like, short. There's only, like, 6 episodes. It's dubbed over, but it's dubbed over really, really well. I loved that. It's about a blizzard that hits the airport. It's so good if you're looking for... Oh, the battery just went to the halfway mark. I think I'm actually going to keep this kind of a short vlog today because I filmed more than I thought I did. So, well, I got up today and I was like... I wanted to film on every single one of my channels. And then I was like, well, maybe just kind of take it slow today as you get, like, started through the week. You filmed a lot last week, blah, 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 whatever. And then I was like, I started filming. I did this. So I love, well, y'all know I love making YouTube videos, okay? But when I have a list that, like, I know I'm not deviating from that list, like, I feel very organized. Last night, I had my list, like, when I went and took my nap, I had my list organized. I knew what drama video I was doing. I'd already watched the video about it. I knew everything about I knew what I was doing. I knew I was doing Jingle Bell Heist. I knew I was going to take my notes on Sister Wives, and I was going to do that. So when I got up today, I knew what all my videos were going to be, and I love that. Because then for me, it's just, like, the fun of just making the videos. Like, I don't love the part where I have to, like, look into all that kind of stuff, you know, and figure it all out or whatever. So if I have, like, notes taken, like the Sister Wives videos, I love doing because it's just easy. I've watched the episode, I've taken the notes, and I can just, well, this is easy. I mean, all of it's easy. All of it's easy. It's none of it difficult. But I love that when I have it, like, all planned out and I know what I'm doing, right? So I got up today, and I was kind of just, like, being real slow around the house and stuff like that, and took the dogs out a couple times and all this kind of stuff. Walter's doing this thing right now. I don't know what it is. Otis is, like I said, he's got the potty training down. Like, Otis comes out, he knows what we're there for. Like, and he does this, it's every time I take him out. Well, not every time, but, like, when I get them, you know, like, up in the morning and all this kind of stuff, Otis, like, pees, poops, and pees 3 times, and he's ready to go inside. Walter is like, and Alex was like, well, get them some booties for their... It is so, these dogs, if I say anything about, like, if I come to the door, if I say anything about, do you want to go outside? Do you want to go, I mean, they are like, Walter is literally jumping up in the door. He cannot wait to get outside. He loves being outside. So he's not loving walking on like the grass when it's cold. Number one. Number two, the new distraction, because before the distraction was mulch. The new distraction is that there was ice in the driveway, okay? And Walter was obsessed with this ice. Like, he couldn't figure out what it was. And so he was like, going to it, and he was like, he'd like lick it, and then he didn't understand it. He didn't get it. Walter, so Otis did his business. So then I walk them all up here. So then they think they're going inside. So then I put Otis inside. I said, come on, Walter, you've got to, online when you read about the potty training, what does it call it? Eliminate. They have to eliminate before they come in. Well, then Walter, he doesn't understand why Otis isn't out here. He doesn't get it. But Otis is a distraction, because when Otis does his business, then Otis is ready to play. Well, Walter hasn't done anything yet. Okay, so I'm having to separate them. I bring Otis and Walter out here together, but then when Otis is done, I bring him outside, because I don't like, this cold, I don't like to have him out here this long anyway, like 5 minutes max. So then I like bring Walter back out here by himself. He gets so confused, he doesn't understand it, and then he just like looks at me and he's like he doesn't, I'm like, go potty, Walter, go potty, and he just kind of like sniffs the ground, and he looks up at me again, then he comes running over to me like I said, you didn't do anything, go potty. He doesn't get it. He just does not get it. He got it for like a week. I almost feel like we're kind of going back a little bit. I don't understand it. And Otis, like, he totally gets it. But I almost kind of feel like it's a little bit of a defiance thing, because like when I say go potty, like today, like the third time I took him out, like he wasn't going to do anything. And I said, he was like, just stood there. And I said, Walter, go potty. And he like turned and walked 2 feet. And then he came back to me and he like squatted, because they squat to pee still. So, and then he like came over to me and I gave him a treat. I was like, good boy, good boy, good potty, good potty. So he gets, I don't know, like, I don't understand it. I'm trying my best with this potty thing, you guys. I am trying so hard. Who was I talking to today? And I was like, any tips you have? But like, Otis has it figured out. I don't want them sleeping in bed. Like, they can take naps with us and stuff like that. If I have the potty pads down on the floor, first of all, I don't want a house filled with potty pads, number one. Number two is, they chew it up. They think it's a toy. They don't, like the first week they peed on it, but after that, they just think it's a toy. They think it's fun, and they just like... So if I've got AirPods in, I like walk into the kitchen, the whole thing's torn apart, because it's like I keep it out here like by the stairs. Rarely do I ever put a potty down now. But if I was going to put one in the bedroom, they just play with it. They can take a nap with us and sleep, like they can go that long. But I don't know that, I mean, like Otis, I trust that he could sleep through the night. I don't trust that Walter could sleep through the night without going potty. And I don't know that he would go in the bed. I don't know that he gets it yet. So, I don't know. I was saying something to Alex, and Alex was like, Boo and Tucker didn't sleep in bed with us for a long time. I was like, they took naps with us. He's like, well, they take naps with us. He was like, but he was like, Boo and Tucker slept in their house for like years. He's like, it was before like when Pee-Pee got sick was when they started sleeping in the bed with us. And he was like, and after that, he was like, they even slept in their house when Pee-Pee was sick. He was like, when Pee-Pee passed away, they started sleeping with us every night. I was like, was it really that long? He was like, oh yeah. He was like, they would sleep with us some nights, but not every night. And then I remember kind of like Alex being like, he would want to go to bed early. And so if I stayed up, then I'd put him in their house before I went to bed. But, you know, and Pee-Pee trained those dogs. Pee-Pee trained Boo and Tucker. I'm not good at it. I mean, I'll be the first one to admit it. I am not good at it. I have done everything I've read online. I have read all the articles. I have read everything about potty training. I am trying so hard, you guys. Like, I mean, I'm just not great at it. I literally take them out. I mean, it's probably 15 times a day I take, if not more. You know, with the snow, it wouldn't matter if I took them out back or out front. Like on the front, I take them on leashes. Out back, I don't. But they don't get out the backyard yet. But like, Walter's not going to want to run around the backyard in the snow. Otis doesn't really seem to... At first, it was Otis didn't like the snow and Walter didn't mind it. Now Walter just like, he only he isn't going to like it. What is this? Oh, it's the mail. Listen to that old truck. Yeah, it's a different mail person today. Poor guy out here driving in the snow. What time is it? 7:08 out here delivering mail, driving in the snow. Feel bad for him. I don't know what it is about this weather that always makes me think a lot about my sobriety. I did this Peterisms video today. At the beginning of it, I was talking about, like, December is such a spiritual month for me, and I always think about, like, counting down to my sobriety date, you know, because it's the 17th. Alex asked me if I wanted to do something. He was like, it was the 16th or the 17th, and I said something to him. He goes, oh, that's your sobriety birthday. And he goes, but, so I usually always get a coin at my home group. Well, my sobriety birthday falls like on a Wednesday this year, I think. I think last year it was on a Tuesday. So yeah, I think this year it's on a Wednesday, which means I won't go till the following Tuesday. A lot of people go to a different meeting. At 31 years, I'm not going to do that. So I'll go to, yeah, the 17th is on a Wednesday. So I won't go till the 23rd to get my coin. With my sponsor. So my sobriety birthday, that Wednesday, I probably won't do anything. I mean, I might go out to dinner with Tanya or something like that. We'll see. I might not do anything. I might, like, I love to listen to, like, a lead, watch some kind of, like, recovery movie on my sobriety birthday. I like to get very spiritual and really think about, like, my sobriety birthday, more than, like, New Year's or my birthday, is when I really think about goals for the next year that I want to accomplish. You know, it's interesting, like I was talking about this last night on my vlog, that there's like years where like I would say on the vlog, like these weeks leading up to my sobriety birthday, like before I got sober, were horrendous. Like I said something about here, joking about like people online call, you know, say like, oh, I was going through some dark times. I mean, you don't talk about dark times. I mean, I was in a blackout literally for about 3 weeks. I mean, I remember bits and pieces, but like it was bad. It was really, really bad. I honestly, I don't even really know how I made it out of that time. I mean, all the substances I was using, drinking every day. I mean, it was bad. It was bad. And I think what was really scary about that time, too, was that previous to that, like, people knew it was a problem. But at that point, I had really clued in with, like, Thanksgiving and not being invited. And a lot of my friends had started saying stuff to me that I was really trying to hide it. And I was using all day, every day at that point, too. Like, I had been for a while, but, like, this was on a level of extreme. Like, I had just given up. I had just kind of given up. Like, I've never, like, had a plan, wanted to, you know, whatever, but, like, I just didn't think I cared if I ever woke up. It was on such a level that I can't even explain. When I think back on it, like, I was just using anything and everything that anybody would offer me, you know? And I just didn't care. I mean, I really honestly didn't care. Whatever anybody would have offered me, I would have used. I just wanted to be, I didn't want to feel, and I wanted to be mute all the time. Not, you know, like, not mute, what's the word I'm looking for? What's the word I'm looking for? Where you just don't feel anything. Immune to feelings? I don't know what the word is I'm looking for. Anyway, I just didn't want to feel anything. I didn't want to feel anything. I don't even know that I was conscious of that. I just was like non-feeling of anything. When I would come out of it, I'd be like, I gotta get drunk, blah, blah, blah. I mean, that was just, it's weird when I think back on that time, because it wasn't like, I don't want to feel, therefore I'm gonna get drunk. I just stayed drunk. I stayed high. I was eating pills left and right. I was using cocaine. I mean, it was a mess. It was just such a mess. Well, when I first started vlogging on here, if you remember, like this time now, counting down to the 17th, was really hard for me for a couple years. And last year, you know, I was talking about this in my Peterisms video. I don't know, it kind of like all had this moment of clarity. I don't know if it was because it was my 30th year, maybe. I was comparing it to like turning 30. Like, I had this real weird thing about turning 30. Like, oh my God, I'm gonna be 30. And then it kind of came and went. I didn't really care. And then I turned 31 and I was like, you're in your 30s now, you know? Like, that's kind of how I feel about it a little bit. I feel very spiritual. I don't know. I have done so much work in the last couple years, but this year I have like really worked hard on my anxiety, grief, the combined grief. I mean, this year has been a year of complete soul searching for me in a way that no other year has been, because it's like all the other pieces from previous to the accident, including the accident, to now, to losing the dogs, to losing friends of mine, even all the way back to my mom. I mean, it's like all, my aunt and uncle, it's like all of it came to this huge culmination this year where I was like working on all of that at the same time. Did a trauma narrative this year over the accident. You know, this year has been just such a year of like healing, growing, working through pain. It has been a really painful year at times. A lot of stuff I haven't even shared on camera that I've worked on. And not because of anything other than it's just very personal for me. But you know, like I feel like I'm on the other side of that now. I feel like I've like all that hard work has really paid off. I feel very serene. And I'm going into this December just feeling very peaceful and very spiritual. And it's almost kind of like the 17th is not like this looming date for me. I mean, you would think, oh, you get excited about your sobriety day. To be honest with you, yeah, I'm excited about it. It doesn't really mean a whole lot more to me than yesterday does. I mean, it really doesn't. Like, sometimes it does, like when people but it's not like, the 17th is like, I feel like it's a day of rebirth for me. I feel like the 17th of December 1994 was when I was reborn, when I was given a second chance. I didn't even acknowledge that at the time. I didn't even realize that at the time that that's what it was. But in retrospect, that's what it was. So yeah, I look forward to my birthday. My sobriety birthday means more to me than my birthday. I don't know, maybe it changes year to year. But this year, it's kind of like, damn, you've made it through some stuff. Like, you have made it through some shit, and you have worked really, really hard this year. And I feel like my sobriety birthday and it being 31 years is symbolic of that. I don't know why. Like, 31 doesn't mean anything. It's not like the birthday means anything. I just feel like it coming at the end of the year is kind of like full completion of everything that I've worked on the last year since Boo Radley passed away. I've worked on a lot, and I'm very proud of myself for it, and I'm going to continue to. I think the one thing that this year has taught me is I'm stronger than I thought I was. I can make it through tougher shit than I thought I could, and there's so much to learn in everything that I've gone through to be a better version of myself, to be a different version of myself. I mean, I can continue to learn those things. And that even though the work is scary to me, and by work, I mean like, when I say doing the work, what I mean by that is like looking at the shit that's scary to me, like the fear, the anxiety, looking at like the loss, and looking at it and saying to my therapist, to my sponsor, to people in meetings, to whatever, to myself, I'm scared of this, or this hurt, or I'm sad, or I don't know that I'm ever going to get over this, and working through it, having real emotions until I've worked through it to where I'm not crying every day or upset about it, or I'm trembling with fear, or I'm unsure, or I don't know. Like, that's working through it to me. It's not like, I'm not talking about assignments and paperwork, that's all part of it, but I'm talking about really looking at those emotions and where they stem from, and really looking at them and being like, okay, what it's taught me is I can continue to do that. That I thought was so scary. Like, to be honest with you, working through my OCD rituals was terrifying to me because I didn't know who I was without my OCD rituals. And in all honesty, it reminds me a lot of like when I got sober, because I didn't know who I was without drugs or alcohol in my life. It was terrifying to me. And I think that's one thing we don't really talk a lot about in recovery is like, I can remember, like, you know, you always make those excuses, like at my wedding, or if my mom dies, or if this happens, or whatever, I'll use again. And I can remember talking about that with people in early sobriety, and all those things happened to me, and I never had a need to use. You know, like, I didn't use it at my wedding. I haven't used since December, and I have no reason to. Well, when I went through working through the OCD, it was very similar to that. I had conversations with my therapist about this. What happens when all the OCD traits are gone? You know, and then when they started coming back a little bit ago, and I worked through them again, but very quickly that time, because he reminded me of what I needed to do. This is just in the last couple weeks. When the anxiety got, people have no idea how bad the anxiety got this year. I mean, the anxiety was bad this year, and I don't want to get into that right now, but like, it was an extreme. It wasn't just waking up and shaking a lot, which the medicine I do think is helping with that. It wasn't just that. It was like the anxiety was on a level of absurdity. And then I was like, is this because I don't have these OCD rituals to fall back on, and that's why this is happening, and blah, 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 whatever. I just didn't know. But what it's taught me is that there is nothing too scary for me to work through. There is nothing for me too scary to work through. And looking back on it, what I realize is I'm a hell of a lot stronger than I ever gave myself credit for. And so are you. And so are you. Even if you haven't even begun to do some of the work, or even if you've done tons of work, you are stronger than you have ever given yourself credit. And you can accomplish so much, and you can work through all your stuff. Trust me, as this person that is like, has this scared 6-year-old inside, if I can work through that stuff, you can work through that stuff. Trust me. You know? And I didn't think I could. I was my biggest critic, my worst critic, my second guesser. I never cheered myself on. I never believed in myself. I never thought I could accomplish those things. And I did. And I worked through it. And I've got more to work through. I'm not done. You know, I've always said this. I'll never be a perfect version of myself. I've got so many more things I want to work on. So I can't believe this battery has gone this long. But anyway, so this month is very spiritual for me. And it's just kind of like a reminder of everything I've worked on, not just in the last year, but in the last 31 years of my life, you know? Anyway, Thank you for listening to that. But I'm going to get off here now because I'm down to like 30 seconds before the hour mark. So I'm going to get off here really quick. Hope you guys are having a magically amazing... oh, somebody that just scared me is walking down the street. Hope you're having a magically amazing Monday. If nobody else has told you this today, I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya.